Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a dump and go meal. I will be making turkey meatball and tortellini soup. So here are the things that you're going to need. I picked up the cheese tortellini. These little things are going to be ready in just 2 to 3 minutes, but being in the crock pot, it's going to be so much better. I have the original meatballs. You can feel free to grab the mini ones or the bigger ones if you choose to. That bag fed a family of 4. I also picked up the Italian style diced tomatoes. I picked up 3 cans of chicken broth, 1 onion, as well as I'm going to need Italian seasoning. I'm going to need some minced garlic. I'm also going to need some salt and pepper for taste when it is done. And last but not least, I need 2 things of celery stalks. So when I originally started this recipe, I was not going to add in the onion or the celery, but I thought it would be so much better with adding that in along with those diced tomatoes. I'm adding in my 3 cans of chicken broth. Also, you can choose to add in chopped spinach if you would like to. You also have the option of adding grated Parmesan cheese or mozzarella cheese on top of your soup when it is all said and done. So just put that in your mind if you're writing down the ingredients. Make sure you write one of those cheeses down. I did put mozzarella cheese on mine towards the end because I just wanted to see what it would taste like with some extra cheese flavoring. So I went ahead and added in the diced tomatoes. You do not drain these. You use the juice inside of the chicken broth with it. And you cut up a whole small onion. If you all are enjoying this video so far and can't wait to see the ending result, stay tuned. Also, in the meantime, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as well as consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It costs nothing to subscribe. It costs nothing to give a like. Also, let me know if you guys have already tried this. What is it that you added that I didn't add? And definitely we'll be doing this again in the fall, as this was a really great meal. So you're going to add in some minced garlic. I did 2 teaspoons. You're supposed to do 2 to 3 garlic cloves. I only did 2 teaspoons. Next, I'm going to chop up that celery and go ahead and get ready to get that in my crock pot as well. Everything will go into the crock pot when you're making this recipe except for the cheese tortellini and the spinach. That is something that you add mostly towards the end, about the last 30 to 40 minutes, and then you can add those in. So I've chopped up my celery. I'm going to chop it up very, very finely and place that in the crock pot as well. So your Italian style diced tomatoes are already diced. Go ahead and add in those diced onions and diced celery for a really great taste. Next, I'm going to be adding in half a teaspoon of the Italian seasoning, as well as some salt and the pepper. You can choose to wait until the end to do the salt and pepper if you choose to, but I added it in ahead of time. And anyone wanting to add more salt or pepper at the end in the house could have done that. Adding in those meatballs. This was a really good amount of meatballs, especially for $3 or $4 to add in for a family of 4. Each kid got 2 meatballs and the adults got at least 4, and there still was enough left over for 2 more servings after we made this meal. I put this on low for 6 hours, and like I said, close towards the end of your 6 hours, I would say roughly about 5 hours and 15 minutes is what I would do, and put the tortellini in along with that spinach if you want to. As my time came closer towards that ending time, I wanted to go ahead and put my cheese tortellini back in that freezer until it was ready. I did not want it to thaw out. I went ahead and added that in to the crock pot when it was time, and let me just say, it had the whole house smelling so good. At the same time, you can see the doubling of the meatballs and how big they got. The steam is causing the camera to kind of fog up a little bit, but it was really good, and I just had to record this moment for you all. Let me just say, this is going to be on your fall dump and go list when it comes to being a mom and wanting to just make something quick, sweet, and simple for your kiddos to have in the afternoon for dinner. If you are a stay-at-home mom, or if you are a mom that works, the one thing I can say about this is you can put all of this in a freezer bag and literally just dump it in and go. If you do not want to make this as a dump and go meal, I will give you another option, and that is to place the chicken broth in a large pot and bring it to a boil. Add your ingredients to the pot and let it simmer until the pasta is tender and the meatballs are heated thoroughly, and I would say that would be about 10 minutes. And then you would garnish it with the cheese, just like I will be doing at the end of the cooking of my dump and go meal that you guys see here. This is a really great, quick and easy meal that you guys can take for lunch for a few days, and that is the one good thing about this. This right here made about 6 to 8 servings, as we only had one big serving each the night that this was made. I will say that the really good thing about this is you can add as much cheese as you want towards the end of the video. So I am going ahead and giving it a really good stir before I get ready to grab me some to put in a bowl. The one thing that I will say about this is add that mozzarella cheese on top when it is done. I used a scoop instead of the other spatula so that I could get some of the broth into my bowl. This is basically a dump and go meal soup, and so I did use the other one to get certain things out of it, but do use something that you can scoop. I added that cheese on, and I can't wait to taste it. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and consider hitting that subscribe button. See you in the next video.